Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Big moves are brewing in the markets right now. We're talking about the Federal Reserve lining up for a possible rate cut in September, and this crazy legal battle that might actually cancel Trump-era tariffs. Both of these could completely shake up your portfolio, so let's break it all down. And hey, if you like staying ahead of the market, smash that like button and subscribe, because we're diving deep today. So first, let's talk about the Fed. Jerome Powell and Governor Waller have basically opened the door for a 25 basis point cut at the September 17th meeting. That's the first cut in a while, and markets are already pricing in not just this one, but maybe 2 or 3 cuts over the next year. Here's what that means in plain English. Cheaper borrowing costs. Businesses and consumers can borrow more easily. Discount rates drop. Stocks that are valued on future cash flows, like big tech and growth companies, get an instant boost. Housing and small caps could catch a bid because financing gets easier. But don't get it twisted. Not everybody wins. Banks and insurers could actually see their profit margins squeezed if rates drop too much, unless the yield curve steepens in their favor. So, it's not just a straight-up win across the board. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Tariffs. You guys remember those Trump-era global tariffs? Well, a U.S. appeals court just ruled that most of them are illegal. But it's on hold while the case heads toward the Supreme Court. If those tariffs get rolled back, here's what happens. Import-heavy industries like retail, apparel, electronics, and shipping suddenly breathe a sigh of relief. Their costs drop, margins improve. Inflation comes down, which gives the Fed even more cover to cut rates. Emerging markets and global trade players get a tailwind. But if tariffs stick, it's a different story. Inflation stays sticky. Retailers and importers keep struggling. Domestic producers like U.S. steel and aluminum continue to ride the protection wave. So how does this all come together? Let's run through some quick scenarios. Goldilocks scenario. Fed cuts 25 basis points and tariffs get rolled back. Growth stocks rip, small caps rally, retail and housing fly, and the dollar weakens. Middle ground? Fed cuts but tariffs stick. Tech still wins, but importers get dragged down. Worst case, no cut and tariffs stay. That's defensive mode. Think mega-cap cash-rich names and utilities. Wildcard, a big 50 basis point cut with tariff rollback. That sends everything flying short-term, but it could also mean the Fed sees something scary in the economy. So guys, here's the big picture. We've got 2 catalysts on the horizon: the Fed's September 17th meeting and the Supreme Court showdown on tariffs. These aren't small, boring headlines. These are events that can literally flip entire sectors overnight. My advice? Keep your eyes on tech, small caps, retailers, and commodities, because those will be the most sensitive to these moves. And as always, be careful. When policy and politics collide, volatility goes crazy. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. Do you think the Fed cuts in September? And what happens if tariffs actually get rolled back? I want to hear your take. Until next time, stay smart, stay invested.